There it is. Hello. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday, and that means speedruns. To enter the first culling type crag, K-R-A-G in the chat. Crag. Hello, hello, hello. First run of the day. Yo, Riv, thank you for the 21-month subscription. I hope you've been well, dude. Been too long since we really chatted. So I hope you've been well, dude. And Pixel, thank you for the 14-month resub earlier as well. Thank you for the resub. K-R-A-G, Crag. Yeah. There will come a time, Riv, where I won't be streaming when you're doing shit.
La guerre ne meurt jamais.
Tu vas les épater ce soir à la réunion des vétérans.
Definitely not gonna say that sentence out
Maintenant,
loud.
arrête de t'admirer.
Hey Howie, I'm doing well.
I'm
doing well.
Love you, Tommy.
Yo, Hitting Man, thank you for the 10-month resub. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Just installed some new wired Ethernet today. Oh, damn. Damn! New wired Ethernet. Name something more sexy than new wired internet. Ethernet. I'm waiting.
Merci, Cotsworth.
Internet. Yo, Knowles1000, thank you for the 2-month resub. Appreciate it. Dem, all your streams. I've reinstalled Fallout 4 today. Pretty sure I beat your vault time. Have a better... Wait. Have a better than average stream today. I'll try. I'll try. Thank you, Cardan. Hey, Jammin. This anus guy is good. This guy anus is good.
Hey, Cotsworth. Okay.
I knew when I first read it something seemed off because this anus guy ain't good. It's going well, Paul. Basement gaming setup gonna be sick now? I bet. Jealous, I want a basement. TK, thank you for the 29-month resub. I hope you've been well. You as well. Feel like it's been too long. Really do hope you've been well. Me too, Mock. I hope that you don't get the culling though, the vessel though, Mock, because the last couple times you've crashed stream, so I can't trust you.
Ouais. Bonjour.
I'll pass. Elfigo.
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors. Intéressant.
This isn't
D'accord.
Minecraft.
J'accepte.
What are you talking about? It's Minecraft
Merci
Monday.
encore. Ah, ce que je ne ferai pas
The
pour
culling word
chaud,
is
toi.
crag. K-R-A-G.
Bonne réponse.
N'est-ce pas?
This isn't Monday? False.
Cotsworth.
Thank you for the 200 bits though, I am Cam.
Allez, allez. Alors, comment vont mes hommes plus
It looked like
forts? Un peu le mobile.
Nate's arm changed skin tones there for a moment. But I think that was just out of the corner of my eye.
Ça va mieux? Dis, je
35
pensais qu'on
today, I
pourrait
hope.
faire
I
un
certainly
tour.
hope so.
Ouais. Bonne
Certainly
idée.
hope so, Lego. Do you guys know anything about speedrunning the new SpongeBob game? I just know about the any % route. Where, or I guess the 2 spatula route. It's a bit more descript. Where you can just, it's like, I believe it's called like menu select abuse or something like that. Yo, Ignoring Tree, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. It's called like menu select abuse, where if you or no, map select abuse, something like that. If you like press start and A on the same frame on the map, you can go to any level from the get-go. I know about that. That's pretty wild. So the world record run on like release day is under 3 minutes.
Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste. Laissez-nous entrer.
Bonne chance.
On est sur la liste.
Suivez-moi, allez,
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer pour ceux qui sont de l'autre côté?
montez sur la plateforme, mettez-vous au milieu. L'ascenseur de l'abri est en haut de la colline. Faites vite.
Good luck on the
On y est
runs
presque.
today.
Tout ira bien.
Yo, thank you, Chaotic Evil. Thank you for the 5-month resub.
On t'aime aussi.
I think that them not checking for that glitch is going to kill the speedrun community. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't understand how. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm not sure how that would kill the speedrunning community. Yeah, it's simple as what Paul said. You just don't. You just run categories without that glitch. You know, it's like a perfect example of that is look at Oblivion Any %. Oblivion Any % is 3 minutes. But it's still a very popular speed game.
Sortez tous de l'ascenseur.
Both for Any %, the category that is 3 minutes, but also for no out of bounds. Which pretty much... Which is like a 20... I'm trying to think what Sandy's record is right now. It's in the 20s.
On a tout perdu. Notre maison, tout ce qu'on avait.
Oh, you asked if you had super nachos for dinner. I would think, I just realized the way I said it is super nachos. I would rather have, I would probably have soup for dinner. Nachos, I don't know, it's more of a lunch thing to me. Alright, last call to enter the calling. Type Krag, K-R-A-G into chat. Don't type it if you've already typed it, though. You heard... A handsome streamer did a video explaining that Oblivion no out of bounds runs. Whoever they are, I'm sure they aren't funny and are bad. All right, here we go. Can I get a drum roll in chat, please? Drum roll, please. Choking on my water. Jesus Christ. And the first vessel is Bellyria. Bellyria, don't fuck up. Everybody, please, at Bellyria, and tell them to don't fuck up. Shit. That really got me good, huh? Good, huh? Not hun. No worries, you got this. Easy mode. I certainly hope so. Certainly hope so. You'll be fine as long as you aren't from Wisconsin. True. But truly, it's Ohio that we have to look out for, you know? What the fuck is going on? Exclamation point culling should explain it. The only thing people from Wisconsin and Illinois can agree on is fuck Ohio. We can agree on that. I'm not sure if it's the only thing, but we can agree on that. Alright, 811 is not good. Not very good. It was a good split until the first attempt at the cone clip. The second cone clip. But we can salvage. We can salvage. We just need a good shopping.
I'm not at the beach, this is a bathtub.
Yo, Scrams,
I
thank
wheel
you.
it now.
Thank you for the 2-month resub, dude. You're great at shopping? Alright, let's do it then. Let's get it. Let's get it. I fucking hate that word, but I love it. It's so bad. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shaving your pubes while watching the stream. Good like tomato and tamanous. Not sure what you mean by good like. Are you insinuating that both myself and tamanous shave our pubes? When did that glitch come along? Like 2018? Or no? Yeah, a long time ago. It was either 2018 or very, very early 2019. But I'm pretty sure it was 2018. Ah, the sponsorship. Yes. Hey, Pac-Man. You here to chill, or are you looking to get your teeth kicked in? Okay, I'll take that yes, I know what it means. I know what you mean. Yeah, that was definitely a very good dog. The bridge went very smoothly. Our AP is a little weird, but it'll be fine, but it's not super optimal. It's not the most optimal. Let's see. So that was about a 45, almost a 46. That was like 45.9-ish, 45.95.
Pas si vite. Oh, faites pas comme ça, camarade.
J'ai tout ce qu'il faut.
D'accord, je vais jeter un coup d'œil.
Chacun.
Oh,
Un nouveau visage.
Oh shit, Joek, you got your name
Tous les
back.
objets sont
Kinda.
garantis. Juste
Sweet. +1. I'm happy with that. Yeah, did mess up the 308s. Ideally, we would have had at least 7 308 rounds there. Oh yeah, Joak, I'll fix that in a minute. Let me focus this split though.
God, the beach is a bathtub.
Gaily Whaley, thank you for the 2-month resub. Belly Rhea, do you have any final words? Sometimes you play fast and hard, and sometimes you fail. Certainly true. Reform! Alright, to enter the next culling, type Bell into chat. B-E-L-L. 2 L's. Alright, 27. Joek, your new name hasn't showed up yet in my bot, so I'll give it a bit, and then it might show up and I can add you. Sup, Dr. Fresh? Yo, Hafer, I'm not sure what you're trying to do, but, stop.
La guerre ne meurt jamais.
Tu vas les épater ce soir à la réunion des vétérans.
crois?
Évidemment.
Hello,
Maintenant,
Evolve.
arrête de t'admirer et file te préparer.
Bien.
Nice, how was it? Do you guys have a good 4th?
À mon tour, mon grand.
Fais-moi un peu de place.
There you go, Gimlet. How do you stay motivated to keep speedrunning? That's actually a really good question, and it varies person to person, you know?
Merci, Cotsworth.
Honestly, a big part of it is just taking breaks, you know? Yo, runs. There you go. A big part about staying motivated for speedrunning is taking breaks, making sure you don't burn out. Because burnout is real. Very real. Well, that's fun, Dr. Fresh. Burnout in speedrunning is so real. So real. As is with really any repetitive task.
Cotsworth. Hey, Trésor!
But I personally just find it much more forgiving mentally if you don't look at any lost run as a failure, and you just look at it as a learning opportunity. And I think that that's also a key part in the learning process is you don't, when something fails, you don't look at it as, oh man, I lost that run. I lost that run, that sucks, all that kind of stuff.
Bonjour.
Just look at it like, okay, the run died. Why did it die? What could I have done to have caused it to not die? Stuff like that.
J'accepte.
And I personally
Merci
find
encore. Hey,
looking
Trésor.
at it as more
Est-ce
of
que je ne ferais
a
pas pour chaud,
constant
toi?
learning experience
N'est-ce
rather
pas?
than a grind helps out a lot.
Cotsworth.
Yes, I am Cam.
Tu as entendu
Already.
Cotsworth? Allez. Alors, comment vont mes hommes préférés? Fais tourner un peu le mobile. Il adore.
Yeah, I don't look at each lost run as a lost run. I look at it as another failed vessel.
Comment se porte mon petit bonhomme?
Hello,
Ça va mieux?
I am
Et je
Cookie.
pensais qu'on pourrait
Welcome.
aller faire un tour au parc.
Ouais,
I have the hiccups.
bonne idée.
Qu'est-ce qui se
Attendez, des éclairs aveuglants,
Hey Willard.
des bruits d'explosion. Nous essayons d'en savoir plus. On m'indique que nous avons
Qu'est-ce
perdu
qu'il a
le
dit?
contact avec nos autres studios. Des sources sûres confirment que
Do I still enjoy playing games casually? Oh, I love playing games casually. I'm the past like 4 months I've played through more casual games than almost any span in my life, you know. Had the hiccups a lot lately. It's because I usually stream at right after eating, you know.
C'est absurde. C'est moi, Voltaire. Si, je rentre. Vous ne m'arrêtez pas.
Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste. Laissez-nous entrer.
What am I playing right now?
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer
I'm
pour ceux qui sont de
playing
l'autre
Entrez sur la plateforme. Mettez-vous au milieu.
playing a handful of games. Like casually with my friends, I've been playing like Speedrunners, Tabletop Simulator,
On y est presque.
and Pummel Party. But then on my own, when I'm not playing with my friends, I just started Half-Life Alyx. I just started playing Nuclear Throne. I played Baba Is You. Been playing through Line, Lyne. Just a lot. And then like before all that stuff, like I played Hypnospace Outlaw, I played Last of Us 2, I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, I played the new God of War, I played Horizon Zero Dawn, I played Breath of the Wild, and that's all in the past couple months, you know. Stream Alyx. I'm focusing on the speedruns for stream right now. That's okay, Aubrey, you haven't missed much, you're all good. Breath of the Wild is awesome. I'm conflicted. I didn't think it was as awesome as most people thought. Final Fantasy VII Remake is amazing, but the voice acting is quite bad. I don't think the voice acting is bad, it's just the nature, the clunky nature of how Final Fantasy, or how Square Enix does their dubbing in English, you know? It's really hard to get the timing right, since it's designed, like the cutscenes and stuff are designed for Japanese. How did I like Horizon Zero Dawn? It was good.
Excusez-moi.
I give it like a 8 out of 10. Alright, last call to enter the culling. Type Bell, B-E-L-L into chat. Bell. Breath of the Wild just didn't feel like a Zelda game for me. I agree that it wasn't that great. It definitely didn't feel like a Zelda game, but to me that's not why it wasn't. I didn't think it was as good as everyone thought it was. Why bit rates are dropping when you run through bushes and trees? Just computers have a really hard time encoding that part of the game into video settings. Alright, here we go. The next culling. Can I please get a drum roll in chat? Drum roll, please. I've never played Monster Hunter. And the next vessel is Lemon Lobsters. Lemon, don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Have I tried either of the Last of Us games? Yeah, I played through both. I love The Last of Us 2, but I wish the story was structured differently. The thing that happens in the middle is a little jarring. Yeah, I understand what they were going for. We talked about this a lot in my Discord. I understand what they were going for. I think the story... Here's what I'll say. This is spoiler free. Okay? And we're gonna keep chat spoiler free as well. A fair bit, PhD. I don't really pay attention to stuff like that. So I'll keep this spoiler free. The Last of Us 2, I think the storytelling is still phenomenal. And by that I mean the way that they tell their story through the dialogue with characters. And just the interactions. And just the storytelling through gameplay as well. Just incredible. The world, incredible. All the, like the gameplay. I love the gameplay. I think it's a great stealth game. I think the story itself, on its own, it's all right. It's not incredible. Or sorry, I say the plot of it is all right. The plot of it is all right. The order, I do think that the flowing, the pacing of it's a bit bad. At times, I think the pacing of it at times is bad. At other times, it's amazing. but definitely should be restructured in how they do certain things. And as a whole, I don't disagree. Like, I respect them for most of the choices they made in regards to plot beats or story beats. And like, I'm not upset about any of them, but I do think the story of the game suffers greatly from ludonarrative dissonance, which I'll explain in a minute. Naughty Dog games have always suffered from ludonarrative dissonance, but this is the first time that it's really, really conflicted with the story of the game. Oh, dude, Wainwright, that movie's fantastic. So ludonarrative dissonance is when in a video game, the actions of the player when you have control directly contrast like the actual story of the game. And by that I mean like if a game is about, we have like no health, yikes. Like say a game is about like the most common example is like you are playing as a character who's supposed to be like an all-around good guy, but you kill a shit ton of people through the game, and then like there's a big dilemma later on in a cutscene where you have to kill someone. And this is not necessarily, I'm not necessarily talking about Last of Us 2, it's just video games in general. This happens all the time in video games. It's a very common video game trope. And like the character has trouble doing that then, but it's like, but all game you've been killing people. Like that's the most common example of it, you know? That's ludonarrative dissonance. And I think that The Last of Us 1 suffers from it. I think that a shit ton of games suffer from it, but not to the point where it really takes away from the story of the game, or really contradicts with the story of the game. And with what the story of The Last of Us 2 is, ludonarrative dissonance does a huge disservice to the game. So to me, that for the type of game The Last of Us 2 is, it really conflicts with this story. And I get that they might have been going for that, but I don't think that they landed it if that's what they were going for. If that makes sense. For people who know the story of the game or the plot of the game, or have played it, I hope you understand what I meant. Oh my god, we have no health. I'm gonna run around this way, play it safe. Jesus Christ, no health. How did I like Kingdom Hearts 3? I enjoyed it. Yeah, Spec Ops The Line has... Spec Ops The Line is a classic example of it. The plot and story of Spec Ops The Line itself is very good, but very much suffers from that.
D'accord, je vais jeter un coup d'œil.
Uh-oh, let's rip run. Do you have any final words, Lemon Lobsters? Why Bethesda doesn't want to hire me as a game tester? That's not a job I want. And just because you speedrun doesn't mean you're good at finding glitches. Final words, au revoir. Reform! Alright, to enter the next culling, type lemon into chat. Lemon. You're a bit confused as to what the culling is? Exclamation point culling. We'll tell you all about it.
La guerre ne meurt jamais.
Tu vas les épater ce soir à la réunion des
And
vétérans.
the beach is a
Évidemment.
bathtub.
Maintenant,
Yo,
arrête de t'appeler
Niz,
et file te
thank you for the
préparer.
Twitch Prime sub. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts
À mon
3.
tour, mon grand.
Going back to that real quick. I enjoyed it. Oh, okay, Pac-Man. It's not as good as the first two. But it still is a very fun game. Filled with classic Tetsuya Nomura bullshit.
Merci, Cotsworth.
And I love it. The one thing I'm just remembering now, how when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, this is so interesting. I just realized how Final Fantasy VII Remake came out in like March, maybe it was April. I think it was April. And when that came out, reviewers and everyone was like, the ending sucks or whatever. It's Tetsuya Nomura ruining a perfectly good story of the original and throwing in his bullshit. And then it's fascinating seeing how that all played out compared to The Last of Us, you know? How people disliked how that story went. It's super interesting that they were also released so close to each other. What is one recent game? Recent game as in like recently released? I mean, The Last of Us 2 definitely stood out in itself, you know?
Bien. Intéressant.
Oh, salut.
D'accord. J'accepte.
Très bien.
I mean, I'm kind of picky with what games I play a lot of games,
Ah, ce que je ne
but
ferai
I'll
pas pour
typically
chaud, n'est-ce pas? Cotsworth.
I'll play a lot of games, but I'm typically picky with what I play. Like, oh, I heard this is good, I'll play that.
Alors,
Final Fantasy VII had fewer death threats
fais tourner un peu le mobile.
towards those involved, though. Yeah, I know. That's why I think it's fascinating how they were,
Comment se porte mon petit
how
bonhomme?
the two
Ça
releases
va mieux?
like can be
Et je pensais qu'on pouvait
juxtaposed,
aller
you
faire un
know?
tour au parc.
Ouais, bonne idée.
Rehydrated got bad reviews for just not innovating enough. Yeah, and that I think that I've talked about that before on stream. I think that spurs another very interesting discussion as well for how remakes and remasters should be rated by critics, you know? And I think the answer is just gaming journalists should be less lazy and rate it as both how faithful it is to the original and how good of a remake it is in that sense. And also how good of a game is it, just in general, flat out.
Vite!
Am I getting any benefits from Bethesda as I'm the best Fallout 4 speedrunner? No, I've had zero contact with Bethesda. I'm fine with it. I don't have any, I've made zero effort at getting into contact with Bethesda.
On est sur la liste. Laissez-nous entrer.
And they've made zero contact. Wait, no, that's a lie. I was contacted by one dude on Twitter from Bethesda. Sam Bernstein. He works at Bethesda. He tweeted at me after my GDQ run because I mentioned him when I was doing it. Because I talked about in my GDQ run, Bethesda likes to have little speedrunning competition, in-house speedrunning competitions of their games right before release, or at least they used to. And Sam Bernstein won for like Skyrim and Fallout 3. And I was talking about his Fallout 3 run because there was an article about it written by a Bethesda blog. And then he tweeted at me after my GDQ run, like, yeah, that was me. I was, because in my run, I was like, it's Sam something. And I talked about it briefly, what they talked about in the article. He tweeted like, yep, that was me. And then he confirmed something I said in the thing that I was speculating on. So that's the only contact I've had with someone at Bethesda. But regardless, I don't have any burning desire. Like, I'm not gonna reach out to them like I have Rainforest Cafe.
Et maintenant?
Suivez le médecin. Il vous montrera où rendre ensuite.
On était perdu.
Yeah, exactly, Wainwright. I hate that. I hate the outrage that people have over games and like threatening people. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Alright, last call to enter the culling. Last call. Type lemon into chat to enter. If you already have, though, then don't do it again, because otherwise you will get disqualified. What's the music we're listening to? Exclamation point song. And then can I please get a drum roll in chat?
C'est une nouvelle vie qui commence.
Résident sécurisé. Fonction vitale de l'occupant normale. Procédure terminée.
Alright, and here we go. The next vessel is Radioactive. Radioactive, come on down and don't fuck up. Everybody please at Radioactive and tell them to don't fuck up. What is Rainforest Cafe? Is it a restaurant or a spicy water vendor? It's a restaurant. It's your time to shine. I hope so, Radioactive. Yo, Howie. There you go. But yeah, it's, to me, I hate gamer outrage culture. It's like the worst thing ever. It's like actually despicable. What if it was a restaurant? What's that, like Hooters? Is that what like Hooters and Twin Peaks are called or whatever? Isn't there a Rainforest Cafe in like Seattle? If it's not listed below, then that means that it's not listed on Rainforest Cafe's website. You hate outrage culture? I find that outrageous. Gamers don't own the games. They shouldn't be invested in a game that they feel the creators personally attack them. Yo, it's okay, Jaked Up. I'm trying to be Poopo. Poo-poo. Poo-poo loopy. There we go. That's how you pronounce it. I just, the best word, I mean, it's a very cold, it's like not a hot take at all to hate outrage culture. It's like a very common take. It's like the most sensible thing to hate it. But I just hate the entitlement that so many gamers have, you know? Uh-oh. This seems like a rip run, huh? Yo, Radioactive. Final words? Fallout 3 is better anyway. Sure, but maybe not as a speedrun. Reform! Alright, to enter the next culling, type RAD. R-A-D into chat. Type RAD. There you go, chicken and waffles. Oh shit, what if you use Radaway to get rid of all the other entries? Dang. I hadn't thought about that.
La guerre ne meurt jamais.
Tu vas les épater ce soir à la
Man,
réunion
I
des
feel bad
découvrants.
for the devs in CG
Évidemment.
Projekt Red.
Maintenant, arrête de t'admirer
How's that
et file te
game
préparer.
going to live up to the hype? It's not. Like, two people hype it up too much. You know for a fact that that game's gonna get review bombed for one reason or another.
Fais-moi un peu de place. Merci, Cotsworth.
Like, I'm sure that a company, like, if you think about it financially and fiscally, I'm sure a company is fine with their game getting review bombed. As long, let me preface that. Let me reword that. I'm sure a company is fine with their game getting review bombed by non-threatening reviews. Reviews that don't threaten, don't have threats in them.
Hey,
Because
Cotsworth.
that typically means that a game is more successful and will have more sales. You know? Like Warcraft 3 Reforged? Yeah. I mean, granted that that's a bit of a unique case as well because it literally broke the original game, so they had to issue refunds.
Société Voltaire.
Bonjour.
Regardez ça. Quête, vous n'y...
Bien. Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
Oh, mais je...
Ah, ah. Intéressant.
Oh,
D'accord. J'accepte.
très bien.
Merci encore.
Et-
Trésor. Ah, ce que je ne ferais pas pour Shaun et toi.
Bonne réponse.
N'est-ce pas? Cotsworth.
Tu as entendu quoi?
Not sure you've ever taken user reviews seriously either.
Allez,
Yeah, to me,
comment
the
vont
best
mes hommes
way,
préférés?
I mean,
Tourner un peu le mobile. Il adore.
the best way for any individual to get, like,
Comment on se porte?
reviews that they
Ça va mieux? Dis, je pensais qu'on pourrait aller faire un
that
tour au
reflect likely
Ouais.
how they will
Bonne idée.
like wow, I can't talk right now.
parc. Qu'est-ce qui se
The best thing that you can do is find reviewers or friends who game, or this extends to TV, movies, really anything that you can have an opinion on.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a
Find
dit?
people who you often find yourself having the same opinion with, and people who like actually express their opinion and don't say like 10 out of 10 best game and that's all they leave it at. Like, find people who actually express their opinion, who often share views with you, and that's usually good. A good good way to tell if a game will be worth your time or not. Find reviewers you trust. It's the most sensible way to go about things.
C'est absurde. C'est moi, Voltaire.
Vous ne rentrez pas.
Si, je rentre.
Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste. Laissez-nous entrer.
Do you think it's possible for a video game
Qu'est-ce qui va se
film
passer
to
pour ceux qui
surpass
sont de
its
l'autre côté?
source?
sur la plateforme. Mettez-vous au milieu.
I think because of stricter time limit than TV, no film can significantly improve on the game. That's actually a really good question.
On t'aime aussi.
The most important thing about art is understand why you do or don't like something. It allows you to understand how they're art better. It couldn't have put it better myself, honestly, Wainwright. Two back-to-back great Twitch chat messages. That second one and then the one about film surpassing the source for video games, that is. I think it's possible. Yeah, it does depend on the definition of surpass and like in what aspects, you know. But I do think it's possible.
Sortez tous de l'ascenseur et montez
but
les escaliers. En ordre.
It's just Hollywood hasn't figured out yet how to make or properly adapt video games into film. so that causes for us to, when there are video game adaptations, they are by far, like, by and large, going to be bad. And we get so few of them that, and they're so frequently bad that, one, the sample size is so small, so it's hard to figure out what it does and doesn't work necessarily. But just so few are getting greenlit, you know?
Hey,
So it makes studios more hesitant to greenlight ones, especially ones that are more outside of the box, you know? But then, oh, last call to enter the culling, by the way. Type RAD, R-A-D into chat, RAD. But then, like, you also have to look at, like, books and film. Like, the same argument can be made that, Wainwright, you sent in your original message. The same logic can be extended to books as well. It's hard for, like, books, there's a lot more content in a book than a film, but there are good book adaptations. Granted, most of the movies do fall short of the books, but there are very few exceptions where it does surpass it. So maybe one day we will get an adaptation of a video game that does surpass it, like the rare occasion where the film surpasses the book. Alright, here we go. Can I please get a drum roll in chat? I'll talk about Venom in a second, Paul. No, it's not Shalik. Here we go, the next culling. And the next vessel is GK. GK, come on down and don't fuck up. GK, I swear, you get it a lot. Everybody please at GK and tell them to don't fuck up. Detective Pikachu was fun. And then getting into Venom, I thought Venom was a very fun movie. I really enjoyed it. But I don't think it was necessarily a good movie. It had it had really good parts, good humor, and like a relatable, good protagonists, I guess. But like everything else about that movie was so bad. But like Tom Hardy carried that movie so hard. Yeah, it's like if I had to step back and say, like, was this a well-made movie? Not really, no. But it's such a fun movie. We're talking about Venom. I've never seen Bronson. I know what it's about, and I'm familiar with the film, but I haven't seen it. One difficulty in adapting video games to movies is the absence of the audience's ability to choose in film. That's true. Granted, like, most video games do have a linear story, but I understand what you're coming from. How can the world record be improved? By going faster. What do I mean 3 isn't a better speed game? Because 4, there's more to it. Uh-oh. Where's my cone? Cone of shame me, daddy. I think 4 is more of a challenge than 3. Yikes, 8-12. Let's go with it, though. Let's go with it. Yeah, read them. I think that's what, who said it? I think that's a good way to put it. I think that's what the previous message that I read meant. That games also have interactivity, which makes stories more impactful. Plus, they're longer and set up characters, etc. more. I agree. I think the interactivity is what makes the stories more impactful. I do agree with that. I think the ability to play as a character has the potential to get you more emotionally involved. Definitely agree. Like, if you control someone, if you control a character, you're naturally going to be more inclined to be empathetic towards them. Or to empathize with them, you know? So, like, if you take a character like, let's say, like Doomslayer, or Doom Guy, whichever you want to call him, and you play as him in the video game, like, yeah, he's like, there's very little to his character in terms of actual character depth, but people love him, you know? But I think if you took that exact same character and put him on screen, people wouldn't really empathize with it, you know? The thing Detective Pikachu did well is to not play the Pokemon straight. I agree. I think that the biggest strength to Detective Pikachu was it really didn't take itself seriously. Yeah, it's Rip Run. You have any final words, GK? No. Reform! Alright, to enter the next, calling type GK into chat. Just the 2 letters, GK, all one. Your question got cold. Hit us with it again. Oh, dude, Bob-tastic. The reveal of the Ditto. Oh, that was great. That was great. Oh, everyone take a sip of water for Belleria.
Tu vas les épater ce soir à la réunion des vétérans. Évidemment. Maintenant, arrête de t'admirer et file te préparer.
Bien.
À mon tour, mon grand.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. Ryan Reynolds definitely is falling into like that one type of character. But I mean, he does it well. And I don't think any of the roles have been he's taken lately have been particularly grating in that way. I haven't seen 6 Underground. Maybe it's like that in there. I haven't seen Hobbs and Shaw, but from what I understand, he's in that as well. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds, Bob-tastic, you're right. He definitely has always had that kind of personality in his movies, but ever since Deadpool, I feel like it has been cranked up a lot, you know? But I mean, can you blame him for continually both getting casted in that type of role and accepting it? He does it well, and I'm sure he gets paid a lot of money to do it, you know? It's not like something like, I'm trying to think of someone else who gets typecasted. It's not like Michael Cera. You know, like, he gets typecasted to this day for something that, like, I feel shouldn't be a role outside of, like, most teenage roles, you know?
Ouais.
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Bonjour.
Regardez ça.
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
Johnny Depp, I do have, like, more respect, though, than...
Merci encore.
Than other people who, like I'm not blaming actors for getting typecasted and stuff like that. Like, at the end of the day, they gotta get a paycheck, and if all Michael Cera gets is roles, like offers for roles where he's an awkward, pasty guy, that he's gotta eat, you know? He's an actor, he's gotta eat, he's gotta take those roles. So I don't blame him, but I personally have respect for just how out there Johnny Depp goes at times. Like, yeah, he does get typecasted a lot for like being just like Jack Sparrow. Like when he played Tonto in The Lone Ranger, that was just Jack Sparrow as an indigenous person. But I do think that Johnny Depp does go out there and he really does commit to a lot of roles. And I definitely gained a lot of respect for Johnny Depp after hearing Kevin Smith talk about making the movie Tusk and how he casted Johnny Depp in it. You should look up this if you're interested. Look up that story on YouTube. It's very cool story.
C'est absurde. C'est moi, Voltaire.
Vous ne rentrez pas.
Si, je rentre.
Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste. Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste. Laissez-nous entrer.
Bonne chance.
On est sur la liste.
Suivez-moi, allez.
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer pour ceux qui sont de l'autre côté?
Montez sur la plateforme. Mettez-vous au milieu. L'ascenseur de l'abri est en haut de la colline. Faites vite.
Call the Tusk story cool. No, I'm not saying the story of Tusk. I'm saying the story of Kevin Smith making Tusk and how they came to cast Johnny Depp. Yeah, Willy Wonka and Mad Hatter definitely were very similar roles. I'm not saying all of his roles are unique, but that is the story of Tusk. I'm not sure what you're getting at. Do I have any other niche hobbies outside of speedrunning? I mean, I'd say making YouTube videos is niche, but that is directly related to my speedrunning. Yo, Tatoes. Tato Z. There you go. I've always enjoyed, like, making videos and writing stuff. Like, I've always enjoyed writing. I've always enjoyed making, like, filming stuff. So writing all the scripts and stuff works out, you know? Like, I have a bunch of old videos from like middle school and high school from school projects. Maybe I'll show those on stream one day. I should have been a prop comic. I mean, the props were just to help explain things. Alright, last call to enter the culling. Type GK into chat. The letters GK. Yo, Kung Fu Ball, I appreciate you trying to be active in chat, but and I'm not one to try and tell someone to, like, stay on topic, but could do with less of the XD totally random comments, you know? If that makes sense. Don't mean to call you out, but... Alright, here we go. Can I get a drum roll in chat? Drum roll, please. Here we go. The next culling. And the next vessel is... Wainwright. Wainwright, don't fuck up. Nice profile picture, by the way. Very cute. Yo, he said ALMAO. We got this, boys. Let's do it, chat. So, in regards to the whole prop thing, I've talked about this before on stream. How long did it take me to make the prop for GDQ anyway? 5 minutes. Hey, Kung. Took longer to make it for GDQ than for ESA, granted, because ESA was mostly just, do I still have it? Yes, except it's missing the middle cup. I had to take the middle cup out because it got crushed, so I have to replace the middle cup in it. ESA, I was like, how am I going to explain that glitch, and just looked around the room for random objects to explain it with, and settled on what we had. But I hope that in the future, if other people do use props at GDQ, I hope it isn't for the sake of using props, and it's to actually help explain something and like and add entertainment value to the run. Nice, Kung. I'm glad you like it, dude. Like, I don't want people to like just bring up props just for the sake of turning their thing into a stand-up prop routine, or like a prop comedy routine. Like, the point of my props were very much to help explain things. Like, COC2 is a very hard glitch to visualize in your head, so that's why I made a little diorama for it. So I just hope that people have the takeaway of props can help explain things rather than, oh, props make funny. Haha. Fuck. Any final words, Wainwright? Ah, shit. Here we go again. Reform! To enter the next calling type, Wayne, W-A-I-N, into chat. Props will be the next thing for GDQ bullshit? I certainly hope not. Like I said, I hope people, the takeaway from my run was props can be very good educational devices in commentary and not just, oh, props are good comedy. Because honestly, like, I figured people would like the prop and think it was funny. But the purpose of the prop wasn't to be funny, it was to explain, you know? And the purpose of the pants, like, that's a prop, it wasn't to be funny, it was to help keep track both for the audience so they can kind of understand what's going on. Because, again, it's kind of weird to say, we're going to keep re-equipping the pants, because, like, if you say that, people will think, oh, you're just taking the pants off and putting them back on, and not, we're putting more and more layers onto the pants. Like, yeah, Kung, there is intended humor there, and I figured people would think it's funny, but that's not the point, you know? I didn't look for something to be funny with. Be like, oh, I can just use pants. I can make Covert put on a shit ton of pants, and it'll be funny. No, I'm like, okay, what's a good way to keep track of the pants and explain it? I'm like, well, just having someone put on a lot of pants would work, and it's also kind of funny, you know? Like, the intention behind it is to be educational and help visualize things. Humor is an effect of the cause, which was getting info across, yeah. How was my time at GDQ? GDQ was an excellent week.
Hey,
very fun time. Yeah. GDQ and ESA were both excellent experiences. I love it. I like the Outer Worlds game, a wannabe Fallout. Real good. I think I get what you mean with that sentence. Yeah, I liked Outer Worlds. It was good. It was definitely on a smaller scale, but good. Entertaining and educating is the basis of the Tomato Anus family of brands. Yes. Ideally, to me, education's the most important part. I didn't take the props as the main bit of your run. It was a good speed run with a great deal of thought put into the commentary. Thanks.
Ouais.
Ever thought of doing challenge runs? I can recommend Fallout No Weapons, Armor, Survival, Permadeath, or New Vegas No Hit All Quests run. Not really, because with most of them, once you start applying speedrun strats, like... I don't know. Challenge runs have never interested me for games. I understand that there's a big overlap in like Fallout challenge runs and Fallout speedrun audiences, but to me, challenge runs aren't as appetizing.
Hey, Codsworth.
What's the second fastest dialogue language for Fallout 4? I believe English. Intentional humor to help reassure the point I'm trying to teach. I wouldn't say that that's the way I go about it or went about it. To me, when I like, especially when I'm making commentary for videos, and I think this comes across in the GDQ run as well, is my goal. Yo, Greg, stop flooding chat, my dude. My goal with commentary isn't to, like, it isn't a vessel for humor. If that makes, like, my goal with commentary isn't necessarily to, like necessarily reassure points or like just using commentary as an excuse to try and be funny. It's I just use humor to try and keep people awake. Thanks, Dr. Fresh.
C'est moi, Voltaire.
Vous ne rentrez pas.
Si, je rentre.
Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste. Laissez-nous entrer.
Bonne chance.
On est sur la liste.
Suivez-moi, allez.
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer pour ceux qui sont de l'autre côté?
Montez sur la plateforme. Mettez-vous au milieu. L'ascenseur de l'abri est pas au décollé. Faites vite.
True. Like, I think that speedruns in and of themselves
On t'aime aussi.
incredibly fascinating. It's incredibly fascinating and interesting, right? Yeah, I understood what you meant, regrettable life decisions. I just wanted to clarify, just so everyone could understand. Yeah, exactly, King Zebri. And, like, what I was just about to say was, like, speedruns, by nature, are super fascinating in, like, the tech that people use. And just, it's very interesting hearing and seeing how these games get picked apart. And naturally, the information of them, if you're into games and speedrunnings in general, the information about how the speedruns work are going to be fascinating, you know? But I do think that you can go too far over the line and have it be just like a bad college lecture. So that's why you just gotta, it's pretty much like giving like giving commentary over a speedrun is just like giving a seminar in college. You just gotta insert some jokes to keep people like awake.
Excusez-moi.
Prenez votre temps. Rien ne presse.
All right. Last call to enter the culling. The word is Wayne. W-A-I-N. How much prep did I put into what I said during the GDQ run? Pretty much none. Like, well, pretty much none, but technically a lot. I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment. But first, can we please get a drum roll in chat? Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Here we go. The next culling. And the next vessel is Makiev. Makiev, don't fuck up. I don't know how to pronounce that. Everybody please at Makiev and tell them to don't fuck up. So, shit, what was I saying? Oh, the preparation. Technically, ALMAO, let's do it. So technically I didn't like actually prepare, like I didn't have a script or anything like that. I didn't really think in advance like, oh, I'm gonna say this, here I'm gonna say this. But like I've made so many videos on the Fallout speedruns. Oh, I'm dropping frames. Let me fix my bitrate real quick. I've made so many videos on the Fallout speedruns over the years that just talking about them in that kind of way has become a second nature, if that makes sense. Thanks, dissidents. Yeah, Wainwright. How expensive is a week at GDQ anyways? Good question. So assume you go for like 7 days. Say the event. So the event usually runs Saturday to Saturday. I think. Pretty sure it's Saturday to Saturday. Maybe it's Sunday to Sunday. Sunday to Saturday. Anyways, assume you're there for like for 8 nights, right? Oh shit, I just threw the cone. Come on. Alright, 809 we can work with. So assume you're there for like 8 nights. And like typically you split a room with like it's very common to split a room with like 4 people at the event. But say you split it with just you and one other person. So it's about like 120 to 140 a night for the room. I think. I'm trying to make sure I remember this correctly. So it's about like say it's on the high end, like $80 a person, or $80 per person per night if you have 2 people splitting a room. So then that's like for 8 days, $80. That's like $650 into that. And then like that's definitely on the high end. I don't think it's that expensive. I'm pretty sure it's closer to like $60-70 per person per night. So say 70. And then 8 nights, so you have like $560 there. About, I think it's $70 towards registration for the event. So then you have like $640. Wait, did I do that math right? No, $630. Then depending on how bad travel is, maybe a couple $100 for flights. So about like $1,000, I'd say, for 8 nights, and that's if you split a room with one other person, which most people will share the room between 4 people. So the cost on prices goes down drastically, you know. Like for me, the total price of the trip, not including like paying to go to, because I went to Universal while I was there. I went to like Universal and did some touristy stuff and like went out to nice dinners and stuff like that. Like disregarding all of that, my trip was in total was probably like $500, $600 if even. How do I feel when I got invited to GDQ? Well, you like... One sec, let me do that.
Je vais jeter un coup d'œil.
Oh, of course. Shit. Whoops. Alright, that's Rip Run. Machiave, any final words? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, Machiavelli. Oh! Machiavelli. Okay, that makes sense. Machiavelli. Any final words? Yeah, we split the room. The room had 2 beds. You change your name to make it better to pronounce. Huh? It's up to you. Reform! Alright, to enter the next calling, instead of typing the name, we're going to type justify. Because I think that that's a fitting name for Machiavelli, or fitting word. So to answer the question was, how did I feel when I got invited to go to GDQ? Well, I didn't get invited. Like, invited isn't the right word. The technically what you do is like, GDQ has a game submissions period where hundreds of people, if not thousands, I'm guessing hundreds though, submit speedruns to do at the event, and then GDQ will accept and deny them. So I had submitted to GDQ 1, 2, 3, like 5 times before that, maybe 6. Let me think. 2017, 18, 19, 19. Yeah, so 5 times. This is like my 6th time submitting to GDQ. And they accepted it. And like, don't get me wrong, I was very excited. But I was just more shocked. Shocked, one, that they actually accepted me. And shock 2 is that they accepted Fallout Anthology. Like, that's a nuts run to accept. That's an absolutely insane run to accept. Because that was the first, like, one-person anthology run that they had ever accepted, you know? So I was both shocked at that, and I felt very honored and humbled that they accepted my run to be, like, the anthology run. Because a couple other people had submitted anthology runs. But was Angus my idea or theirs? And also they made my name Tomato Angus. Changing it to specifically Tomato Angus was my idea, and I've talked about this a lot in the past. Like, I don't blame them. Like, sure, like, if you want to say they made me do it, like, technically yeah, but like, it's like, I understand why. Like, it's very understandable that a professional organization who works with charities doesn't want the word anus displayed on the stream for 2 hours straight.
Ouais.
Bonjour. Société Vol-
Bonjour.
Regardez ça. Ok.
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
Oh, moi.
Intéressant.
Oh, ça l'est.
D'accord. J'accepte.
Très bien.
Merci encore. Hey, Trésor.
I don't know. To me,
Je ne ferai pas
asking
pour chaud,
someone to change your name to take part in a charity event is understandable.
Codsworth.
Like, I hold nothing against them, and I've talked about it before. Like, they were super transparent with me. They reached out to me about my name, like, at the end of 2017, and said, hey, just so you know, you've submitted as Tomato Anus. If we were to ever accept one of your runs, you wouldn't be able to run as Tomato Anus at the event.
Bonne idée.
Just a heads up. So I asked, like, would Tomato Angus be fine? They'd be like, yeah. So, like, they were super transparent years in advance in case I ever did get accepted, you know? Yeah, a lot of people do think what they did was wrong. They think that it's, like, censoring and all this stuff. Which, like, not really. They're a professional organization. They have an appearance to upkeep. Did I clear the G is silent joke with them first? No, I did not. I don't think it's something that I would have to clear with
Faut qu'on
them.
aille à l'abri. Vite.
Habitants de Sanctuaire, si vous êtes inscrits, rendez-vous immédiatement à l'abri centre.
Damn it, Musket. Don't think it wasn't that big of a deal. But people, he means gaming sites. I mean, gaming sites and, like, drama YouTubers and just people, because so there are a lot of people online who hate GDQ. right? That's no surprise. And I think that GDQ does have a lot of warranted criticisms. I have a lot of things that I think GDQ does incorrectly, or just like they have a lot of room to improve, you know? But most of the points people typically latch, none of them are necessarily egregious. Like, none of them are like pure it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, outrage culture. It's the worst. Like, most points that people in the anti-GDQ crowd latch onto are based on like misinformation and false claims.
Merci, Cotsworth.
And a lot of it does stem back to Apollo Legends video. Apollo Legend was like really one of the first people to publicly go against GDQ, especially in the speedrunning scene. I mean, there's an anti-GDQ crowd? Oh yeah, enormous crowd, anti-GDQ crowd. But a lot of it does stem, a lot of the anti-GDQ sentiment does stem back to Apollo Legend, because he was one of the first people to have a video just do gangbusters with the YouTube algorithm criticizing GDQ. And then like a lot of people will watch that one video and be like, oh man, these are a lot of valid points about GDQ. Like, I'm anti-GDQ now. But the thing you don't know is Apollo Legend. Yeah, Apollo Legend's a very heavy shit stirrer. He lies in his videos and purposefully misinforms. Like, he's just done a lot of really shady shit on YouTube.
Intéressant.
And
D'accord. J'accepte.
really it
Merci encore.
discredits like most things he most things he talks about in the GDQ videos like really are baseless or misinformed. Doesn't GDQ ban people all the time for stupid shit though? No, not at all. In my opinion, there's been like one GDQ ban that really wasn't warranted or needs additional looking into. Maybe 2. 1.5 bans. Shift. Not so Shift, the whole circumstances, Shifts is a tricky situation. But I like the way that GDQ conducts itself online. Like, I'm not disagreeing with the ban of Shift that they had. I'm not disagreeing with the ban of Shift. I disagree with like I said like a moment ago. They have a lot of points where they can improve, and I do think that their transparency is one of them. They need to be way more transparent. Way more transparent, and Shifts is a key example of a time that they were not transparent, and they needed to be. But the ban, I think, is understandable. I think the Bubbles Del Fuego ban was bullshit, but I can understand. I don't think that one's bullshit. And that's not... Like, some people might think, oh, that's just because you dislike Bubbles, because I don't dislike Bubbles. I think I like Bubbles. Bubbles was, if you're unfamiliar, from my understanding, it's been a couple years now. I believe this was like 3 years ago now. How much time loss is missing? Let's skip like 2 seconds. 2 to 3 seconds. Bubbles was, I believe he had like a marijuana prescription, or medical marijuana, something like that. And at the event, he shared it with a friend who I believe it was to, like, because the friend was like anxious or something, and then the friend ended up having like a worse anxiety attack and the paramedics needed to get called or something like that. But like, when you look at the facts, like, GDQ has a very strict rule against substances that aren't legal in the state where the event is taking place, which pot, I believe it was not legal in the state where the event was taking place. And additionally, that he shared a prescription, you know?
Hey.
Like, yeah, okay, it's pot. It's pot, like, especially now, is largely harmless, but it's still going, like, it is still breaking the rules that are set clearly by the event. Didn't GDQ also ban Trihex? Yes, for the same reason as Shift, which, I think it's not an outrageous ban to ban someone for using homophobic slurs. Last call to enter the calling type Justify into chat. Justify. Justify. What about Bonesaw's ban? See, that's one people often bring up. And this is one that I think really we can't, like, neither side can really, like, the people who, let's just, for the sake of argument, dub them anti-GDQ. And, and GDQ, like, pro-GDQ, you know? Well, yeah, Grustic, like Wainwright just said, he broke the law, and you can't take no action there. Anyways, drum roll, please. But I'll talk about the Bonesaw in a second. Drum roll in chat first. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. And the next vessel is Porsadissa. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Everybody please at Porsadissa, and tell them to don't fuck up. What happened to the auto drum roll? It just played. Don't worry. What is that? So, the Bonesaw situation... Yo, Howie. There you go. The thing about the Bonesaw situation is, so when people get banned from GDQ, GDQ tells you why. And GDQ does not publicly say why, because at the end, like, that's a private matter. It's the same thing with Twitch. When people get banned from Twitch, they're notified why, and Twitch themselves doesn't make it public. It's up to the people who are banned to make it public. And for Bonesaw's, he hasn't publicly disclosed exactly why he was banned, you know? So it's hard to actually know the full brevity of it. Like, most people assume it's because of, like, them, like, running with jokes for too long that made GDQ uncomfortable, which, yeah, like, I can see how people would say, like, I see both sides of it, like, they probably should have stopped joking about Air Canada and Owen Wilson after GDQ told them, like, hey, can you not? Like, after GDQ was getting uncomfortable with it. And yeah, GDQ did embarrass themselves with the "we're so sorry about this" thing to Air Canada. And I think that whole thing is hilarious. But at the end of the day, we don't know the actual reason for the ban. So it's hard to draw conclusions from it, you know? Because Bonesaw hasn't publicly spoken about why he was banned. I believe he may have more recently, but he did make a video detailing his experience with GDQ and the whole ban process, and that video in itself does draw a lot of, or does bring up a lot of really valid criticisms of GDQ with the way they handled the whole thing. But Bonesaw, I think he handled it very civilly. And yeah, I think that situation is largely blown out of proportion. It really boils down to the runner and his couch. We're making jokes that GDQ was not comfortable with them making, and they asked him to stop, and they continued. So I think it's simple as that. The one that I think is the ban that I think is really suspect, that I'm not sure if it was ever resolved, but I believe, I'm trying to think what it was what the run was during. I forget exactly who it was, but someone was banned. Maybe it was like an ape escape run. So pretty much the couch consisted of several people in the community and friends of the runner, including a runner who goes by Cyber Demon. And Cyber Demon is a speedrunner who pretty much has a very controversial past. And I would be lying if I said that they were a very well-liked person in the speedrunning community. And Cyber Demon was on this couch for this run, and as part of the couch, they, as well as a couple other people, I believe they brought a bunch of like yes, Cydrion, yes. So they brought a bunch of hats and caps that they were wearing when they were on the couch, and one of the hats was a MAGA hat. And GDQ has a strict no politics on stream, no like politics or political statements on stream. And Cyber Demon wore the MAGA hat at one point during the run on the couch. And they were banned for it. However, there was someone else on the couch for that run who wasn't putting on hats like of their own volition. Hold on, let me do this part.
D'accord. Voyons.
Nice. Come on.
Excusez-moi.
Hey, hobo.
Bien. Voyons ce que vous avez.
J'ai un peu de tout. Il est pas des nôtres.
Alright. Pretty much, they were putting hats onto this other person on the couch, and this guy wasn't really doing much, and they never put a MAGA hat onto the guy, but after the run, he and Cyber Demon were both banned for wearing a MAGA hat. He was like, I never wore a MAGA hat, you know? And they were like, no, you did. We have pictures of it. He's like, no, I never did. And they banned him for that. Well, then they tried saying that he like unplugged something, which he never did. So it seems like they just were looking for a reason to ban him and made something up. Because he also has like a past with GDQ and like pushing the boundary. I believe. Actually, disregard that last part. Maybe I'm thinking of the thing afterwards when he was unbanned. Because I believe he was only banned for a period of time. I don't know, but to me that's the ban that really is sus. Come on. Guilty by association. There were several people on that couch though, and he was the only one who got banned.
Vous là, vous êtes avec une caravane ou avec les pillards? Vous n'êtes pas du genre causant, hein?
Excusez-moi.
Vous avez un peu trop de barda? Je peux vous acheter ce
Voyons ce que vous avez.
tout est vendu en l'état.
But like most other bans that GDQ has done have like really been warranted. And like if you look at the list of people who've been banned, like, it's really not that long of a list. For how big of an event they are, where 2,000 people attend the event every year now. Didn't some guy sniff a girl's seat? No, it looked like it. It was just, it was a funny camera angle with unfortunate timing. It looked like it, but no, he didn't. But I actually feel bad for that dude because I believe that reputation followed him around online, which sucks. Yo, Ryan Inker, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
The beach is a bathtub.
Come on, put me through. Oh, bullshit. Bolsheviks. Hazelnut Bagel, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
Le journal nous organise.
Des fois, on ne peut que se demander si... On doit bien avoir des ennemis.
See me at GDQ again? Yeah, I'd like to go to GDQ again. When I have something to run, though. Surprised Keyzeron hasn't been banned? I haven't seen anything that he's done that will be ban worthy. Yeah, plus Keyzeron is staff, GDQ staff, so. What is my PB for the game? Look in the bottom left corner, my dude. He's the type that take it a bit too far. No, I think Keyzeron is just an example of GDQ really is fine with you saying most things on your, like, during your run. Like, GDQ is honestly very chill with what they allow you to do during your run. I had no idea GDQ had such a rich history of drama. I mean, really, it really doesn't. I think just the speedrunning community has a lot, like, has some very vocal actors who like to bring everything that GDQ does to the forefront, you know?
I'm not at the beach, this is a bathtub.
Hey, brother. You are very cool.
Yo, thank you, Fat Nutter. Thank you for the 2-month resub. Wonder ESA has the same drama as GDQ? There have been, like, things that I guess you can consider to be drama happen at ESA before, but not to the size or magnitude as GDQ. But again, that's because GDQ is such a bigger event and has been around much longer. Yeah, pretty much shotgun. Like, how to not get banned from GDQ? Like, in most of the cases, it's don't be an idiot on their stream, and don't say offensive shit. The two exceptions that we've talked about to those where people have gotten banned for something not like that is Bonesaw, because I don't think he was necessarily being an idiot. I think he just pushed, like, assuming that he did get banned for the reasons we discussed earlier, but again, we don't know for certain. We can't necessarily draw conclusions from it. There's that, and then Bubbles, which was just breaking the substance rules for the event. Don't be the socially awkward dumbass you are. I don't think that you can use socially awkwardness as an excuse for saying something that's racist or homophobic or transphobic. Gotcha. Okay. I understand what you mean, Lego. I wasn't sure what you meant by your first message, but I understand now. Yeah, that's an issue, Paul. Yeah, Fiend. Who figured out how many layers of armor you need to put on? Originally it was me, or no, originally it was Brongle, but then there was a route change, so I made the formula we currently use. Brongle's original... Oh, shit. Brongle's original calculations were specific to last route, and the one that I made is this is Rip Run. Is this going to devolve into raging about anti-GDQ? No. I'm just like, because like I do think that there is a lot of misinformation out there, so I'm just using this time to try and get people up to speed, like just try and understand the situation better. I'm not gonna go off about the crowd that is like super, that demonizes GDQ. All right, Porsadisha. However it's pronounced. Do you have any final words? I give myself to the void. Death is just the collapse of time. Reform! Oh, the hiccups again. Oh, man. Alright. To enter the next culling, type P-O-R, pour, into chat. Oh, and I'll pull up, I forget who was asking. I'll pull up the calculation real quick. I'll show you what the calculation looks like. Education is the most important thing. Yes, I think education is the most important thing. If I wasn't an engineer, I would probably be a teacher. Because to me, education is incredibly important. Alright, here we go. I'm going to pull up the calculator that I made. Alright, I'll try and explain it. So this is the calculator. This is the formula that I put together. So there are 3 input variables. Fiend, what you can do is just Google tomato anus name change, and that you should find a bunch of articles about it that link a tweet I made about it. So this is the cumulative point of this is what I use my 2 degrees and my math minor on. So there are 3 input variables. Calculator isn't on screen. This is the calculator. This right here. This here. So pretty much there's 3 input variables. So there's the time spent running in a run. Pretty much what you need to do is determine in order to determine the optimal number of stacks, all you need is a run with video with the current route. And then from there, you need to determine how much time you spend running after you stack, and this is in seconds. So in the time that I used, the route that I used for these variables, the 200 is the total time spent running. The 9 is however many stacks I did, so there were 9 total stacks in that run. And then 12.5 is the length that each stack takes. So the stacking split, like this is the stacking split, right? These are the stacking splits. So on average, 12.5 is a ballpark, but it doesn't really change much if you like bump it down to 11 or 12 or 11.5. But pretty much what it does is you want to minimize in your run the amount of time, like amount of total time, right? Here, let me get out. I want to explain this. I think this is pretty interesting. So speed running, you want to be fast, okay? So speed running, the goal is like goal equals lowest time possible, right? In speedrunning, the goal is to have the lowest time possible. So that means that you want to spend as little time in the run doing things as possible. So, the time in a run that stacking directly affects. So stacking directly affects 2 things in the run in terms of time. It directly affects your running speed and the time spent stacking. Okay, I think we can all agree on that. So the goal in the run is to have the lowest time possible. And the stacking in the run directly affects how fast you run and how long you spend building up the stacks. Simple. So that means that you can set up a pretty simple equation where your total time, so time total, T-tot, is in a it is based on the time you spend running plus the time you spend stacking. Right? That makes sense. So our goal is to minimize this time total value. So pretty much then, you have to break down. Can you go to the bathroom if you want? You have to break down the time total. You have to break down these into variables that you can actually affect in the run. So that's what... Whoops. Ignore my messy desktop. That's what this is. That's what this is. So pretty much it's... this is like a conversion for time running to depending on whatever speed you're at and stacking. Pretty much it's breaking down this equation, right? And trying to minimize this. That's what this calculator does. That's what this calculator does. Yeah, I actually think, hold on, let me look. I think I might have a screenshot of my work. Math calculator. I could have sworn I took a picture of the sheet that I wrote it out on. Yes, here we go. Here we go. For anyone interested, here's a link to the image of me showing my work. I believe that's the correct image, because I think I might have done... Yeah, that image right there is the work and the kind of like explanation for how I solved for, or how I made the calculator. So that's also my handwriting, by the way. So if you ever wanted to know what Tomato Anus handwriting looks like, there you go. I should make a vid about it. Yeah, but the video would then just end up being like... It's pretty much just algebra.
La guerre ne meurt jamais.
Tu vas les épater ce soir à la réunion des vétérans. Évidemment.
Yeah.
Maintenant arrête
The
de t'engueuler et file te
time per
préparer.
stack is... It's like...
À mon
It is a
tour.
bit of an average, but also typically we'll also do it with optimal. So it's like, okay, optimally it's like 10.4 seconds. So if we played exactly perfect, what would the best be, you know?
Allez, allez.
So the 12.5 that I used in the calculator is a bit of an average, but it's an average more of like just slightly, because like it really takes a big difference in stacking time to change the amount of optimal stacks. If that makes sense.
Merci, Codsworth.
Bien sûr, monsieur.
Hey, Codsworth. Hey, Trésor.
Oh, regarde. Comment une fille comme moi a pu avoir autant de chance.
No problem, Devin.
Ouais,
Bonjour. Société Vol...
bonjour.
Regardez ça. Quel
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
Are there mods available to use in Fallout speedruns? No, no mods allowed.
ça l'est.
D'accord, j'accepte.
Très bien.
Mhm.
Formidable.
Merci encore.
We have a vessel not yet. To enter the next
ce que
calling
je ne
type
ferai pas pour
pour,
Shaun et toi.
P-O-R, into chat. I believe that's what it was.
Bonne réponse.
N'est-ce pas? Hey, Codsworth.
Tu as entendu
Yeah,
Codsworth?
P-O-R.
Allez, allez. Alors, comment vont mes hommes préférés?
Will they use a mod that fixes the window at the door? No, never. Not allowed. Banned.
Comment se porte mon petit bonhomme? Ça va mieux? Dis, je pensais qu'on pourrait aller faire un tour au pas.
Ouais, bonne idée.
No. No mods allowed.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Attendez, des éclairs aveuglants, des bruits d'explosion. Nous essayons d'en savoir plus. On indique que nous avons
If one mod could be used in Fallout speedrunning, what mod would I want it to be?
Source sûre nous confirme que... Oui. Oui, des explosions nucléaires sont confirmées à New York et en Pennsylvanie.
Nudity.
Oh mon Dieu.
C'est pas
Faut
vrai.
qu'on aille à l'abri. Vite!
Habitants de Sanctuary X, si vous êtes inscrits, rendez-vous immédiatement à la...
Mod to skip memory dinner intro? Nah, fuck that. Nudity all the way.
C'est absurde. C'est moi, Voltaire.
Vous ne rentrez pas.
Si, je rentre. Vous ne
Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste.
Enfant, homme adulte, femme adulte. C'est bon.
Merci.
Bonne chance.
Vous deux, suivez-moi.
Dieu.
Allez,
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer pour ceux qui sont de l'autre côté?
montez sur la plateforme. Mettez-vous au milieu.
On y est presque. Tout ira bien. Je vous aime.
On t'aime aussi.
Accroche-toi!
On peut pas aller plus vite.
Why is it the time spent stacking equal to the number of ideal stacks times stack time? Wouldn't it be actual number of stacks? Oh, stacks times stack time. Wouldn't be the
La
actual.
guerre ne meurt jamais.
Tu vas les épater ce soir à la réunion des vétérans. Évidemment.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
Et file te préparer.
Bien.
Or I think I do.
À mon tour, mon grand.
Look at this. Time spent stacking equals the number of stacks times time per stack. Be like that time spent stacking. That's more of a yeah. Here's how the equation works. That's not a
Merci, Cotsworth.
like the S in this number of stacks is the like that's what we're solving for. We're solving for S. The S that we solve for is the ideal. Why'd I reset? Slow.
Hey, Cotsworth. Okay?
Tu vas adorer ça.
Ouais.
Société votre.
Bonjour.
Regardez ça.
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
Oh,
Intéressant.
oh, vous savez.
D'accord. J'accepte.
Très bien.
Merci encore. Ce que je ne ferai pas pour chaud ni toi.
In a heartbeat system.
Hey, Cotsworth.
In a heartbeat. What's the calling word? Pour. P-O-R.
Ouais, bonne idée.
I have not, Juan.
Bruit d'explosion. Nous essayons d'en savoir plus. Indique que nous avons perdu le contact avec nos autres soldats. Les sources sûres oui, des explosions nucléaires sont confirmées.
Do I have an image in my head of all my viewers? Yeah, it's a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Faut qu'on aille à l'abri! Vite!
Habitants de Sanctuary Hills, si vous êtes inscrits,
I just picture a 7th grade classroom.
C'est absurde. C'est
Si vous
moi,
n'êtes pas sur la
Voltaire.
liste, vous ne rentrez pas.
Si je rentre. Vous ne m'arrêtez
Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste.
Enfant, homme adulte.
Let's listen to that that one song. The song. Alright, ready? This is the orbital romance run. We're only going to listen to this one song. This entire run, we're only listening to this song, however long the run lasts.
Maintenant, arrête de t'admirer et file te préparer.
This is a song that I'd love to use in a video someday. It's not a factor, Emerald Dragon. It's assuming perfect play. Well, I guess it's kind of factored into the time running. T-run. Because that's like using actual data from a run. So that is including like minor mistakes in the running and stuff like that. Can I send the link to the song in chat? Yeah. The calling word is pour, P-O-R.
Hey, what's worse? Okay?
No, this is the new song. No, not por favor. Por favor.
Ouais?
Bonjour. Société Vol...
Bonjour.
Regardez ça. Quel vous...
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
Oh, je suis...
Intéressant.
Oh, salut. Je...
D'accord. J'accepte.
Très bien. Formidable.
Well, rip song. But we're doing it again. No, I don't enter the culling myself. We're keeping it with the song. No, Devin, compliment my math more. Here you go, Buttercups.
Merci, Cotsworth.
Bien sûr, monsieur.
Cotsworth.
Hé, trésor!
Regarde. Comment une fille comme moi peut faire autant de choses?
Yeah, if you play the song in French, it's faster.
Ce
Alright,
serait
peace out, Wainwright.
Bonjour.
Regardez ça.
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
Oh, mais...
Intéressant. D'accord, j'accepte. Merci encore. Et Trésor? Ce que je ne ferais pas pour Sean et toi. N'est-ce pas? Hey, Cotsworth.
J'ai entendu Cotsworth. Allez. Alors, comment vont mes hommes? Fais ton service. Alors, comment se porte mon petit bonheur? Ça va mieux? Dis, je pensais qu'on pourrait aller faire un tour au parc.
Ouais, bonne idée.
Yeah, Kragark, it's already Minecraft Monday.
Des bruits d'explosion. Nous essayons d'en savoir plus.
This song is Orbital Romance by Sir Cubeworth.
Les sources sûres confirment que... Oui, des explosions nucléaires sont confirmées à New York et en Pennsylvanie. Oh mon Dieu.
Il faut qu'on aille à l'abri. Vite!
Habitants de Sanctuary Hills, si vous êtes inscrits, rendez-vous immédiatement.
C'est absurde. C'est moi, Voltaire.
Vous ne rentrez
Si
pas.
je rentre, vous ne m'arrêterez pas.
Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste. Laissez-nous entrer.
Bonne chance.
On est sur la liste.
Suivez-moi, allez,
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer pour ceux qui sont de l'autre côté?
montez sur la plateforme. Mettez-vous au milieu. L'ascenseur de l'abri est en haut de la colline. Faites vite.
On y est presque. Tout ira bien. Je vous aime. Tous les deux.
On t'aime aussi.
Accroche-toi!
On peut pas aller plus vite.
Alright, now it's time for Rip Song. Also, pro tip, if you see someone banned or get banned in a stream, just don't acknowledge it. Alright? Only promotes that kind of behavior. Giving people like that attention. How rare is that? Incredibly rare to get pushed off of a platform like at the start of the run there. I've only had, I'm trying to think. I think I've only had it happen 3 or 4 times. Who was screaming and howling? Do they have Tom live? What?
La guerre ne meurt jamais.
Tu vas les épater ce soir à la réunion des vétérans.
crois?
Évidemment. Maintenant arrête de t'admirer et file te
Didn't
préparer.
happen.
Bien.
Well, yeah, it didn't happen this stream. He was just asking about it. Didn't happen last run. Last run didn't work because of I failed the Clive. Yeah.
Fais-moi un peu de place.
First ever game cheat? Probably GTA.
Merci, Cotsworth.
Bien sûr, monsieur.
That's right. Which is why we
Why do I like the Asian man in redhead? Exclamation point faces.
Hey, Codsworth. Hey, Trésor.
Je crois qu'il est temps qu'on emmène Codsworth en révision, non?
Do you think you can make something more true to life by making a statistical model with those parameters? You need a lot of data to get realistic parameter estimates, but it would factor in a bunch of noise created by run variance. Okay, so yeah, like we could do that, make a more statistical model and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it wouldn't matter all that much.
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
It really wouldn't matter all that much because it takes more than you'd expect in
Merci encore.
it takes more change in the input variables than you'd expect
N'est-ce pas?
to change the ideal number of stacks.
Codsworth.
Favorite restaurant? I really like Texas Roadhouse. Should we have the spy bot tell us a story?
La guerre ne meurt jamais.
Tu vas les épater ce soir à la réunion des vétérans.
crois?
Évidemment. Maintenant arrête de t'admirer et file te préparer.
Bien.
À mon tour, mon grand.
Yeah, exactly, Devin. It's really hard when it's integers that you're dealing like. It's really hard to just get it to budge like a full whole number.
Merci,
you know?
Codsworth.
Hey, Tomato in chat. Sorry to ask, but what do y'all do to help with self-confidence? Not doing too hot right now. Well, sorry to hear that, dude. Self-confidence really is a tricky thing. I think most people deal with some sort of self-confidence issues,
Hey,
like myself
Codsworth.
included.
Yeah.
Je crois qu'il est temps qu'on emmène Codsworth en
And
révision.
it sucks, you know? Self-confidence things, they do suck. Try to focus on things you're good at. Yeah, that's one way. It's like, it does suck. But yeah, Oogla just said they talk to a therapist once a week, have for years. That's one thing for sure. Like that, talking really does help. Especially talking to someone close to you. Like talking that kind of stuff out helps immensely.
Ouais.
Because once you
Bonjour.
start talking about it
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
and say it out loud, it's one thing to think it and one thing to say it, you know?
D'accord. J'accepte.
Like, and this just goes with
Merci encore.
dealing with things mentally in general. Like,
Pour chaud, nettoie.
it's one thing to think something and try and acknowledge
pas?
something, but actually saying it out loud to someone makes the world of a difference.
Alors, comment vont mes hommes pour
And a lot of times with things like self-confidence, like, you might say something and realize, like,
Comment se porte mon petit bonhomme? Ça va mieux? Dis, je pensais
well,
qu'on pourrait
that's
faire
kind
un
of
petit
silly of me to say.
Ouais.
Like,
Bonne idée.
self-confidence things are tricky, and it does vary person to person, you know? You have no confidence in yourself? Yeah, it's talking to someone will hopefully help.
Nous essayons d'en savoir plus.
Quoi?
Indique que nous avons
Qu'est-ce
perdu
qu'il
le
a dit?
contact avec nos autres studios. Les
Non.
sources
Learn a new skill or improve in some way, brush your teeth for 2 whole minutes, or learn a new song on a musical instrument. Yeah. Set small tasks for yourself and accomplish them, you know?
Il faut qu'on aille à l'abri. Vite!
Of course, dude.
Habitants de Sanctuary Hills, si vous êtes inscrits, rendez-vous immédiatement à
Yeah, doesn't help an odd-bling sign is playing.
C'est absurde. C'est moi, Voltaire.
Vous ne rentrez pas.
Si, je rentre.
Laissez-nous entrer. On est sur la liste. Laissez-nous entrer.
Bonne chance.
On est sur la liste.
Suivez-moi. Allez,
Qu'est-ce qui va se passer pour ceux qui sont de l'autre côté?
montez sur la plateforme. Mettez-vous au milieu. L'ascenseur de l'abri est en haut de la colline. Faites vite.
On y est presque. Tout ira bien. Je vous aime. Tous les deux.
On t'aime aussi.
Accroche-toi!
Chat has been really positive today. Yeah, and to me, having a positive chat is one of the most important things to me. Like, it's one of the most important things to me on Twitch. And you guys are all awesome, you know? You guys are all super positive, and it's awesome. Very welcoming group. Very helpful group to others. It's awesome. You guys are the best.
Sortez tous de l'ascenseur et montez les escaliers. En ordre, s'il vous plaît. Inutile de s'alarmer. Vous allez tous intégrer vos nouveaux logements. Bienvenue dans l'abri 111.
Il vous faut une combinaison pour accéder au reste de l'abri.
Et maintenant?
Suivez le médecin. Il vous montrera où.
Speaking of the best.
Vous trois, suivez. On a tout perdu. Notre maison. Tout ce qu'on avait.
Let's find out who's definitely not the best, because they're about to be the vessel and fail. Type POR into chat to enter the next culling. POR. If you've already typed it, don't type it again.
Pas vrai?
Pardon.
Entrez dans la capsule.
And here we go. Drum roll in chat, please. Drum roll in chat. Here we go. Let's find out who the next vessel will be. Drum roll. Wait, let me scroll up. There we go. And the next vessel is Wang Jangler. Wang Jangler. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Everybody please at Wang Jangler and tell them to don't fuck up. Am I going to be streaming for much? Sorry, I was looking at something. It's keeping up with developments in the speedrunning world. Am I going to be streaming much more? Probably not too much longer. Am I going to be streaming this Friday? Likely not. Probably Thursday next. Tomorrow I have a dentist appointment after work, so Thursday. Do you need to be subbed to have a chance to be the vessel? No. No, I don't believe Wang Jangler... No, oh, Wang Jangler is a sub. No, you don't have to be a subscriber. Subscriptions also don't boost your odds at being a vessel either. Yeah, I have a cleaning tomorrow. All right. Live chat, live chess after dentist. I'd be down. All right, Dr. Fresh. Yeah, that was a good vault. 804 is a great vault. I'm very happy with that. Have I reduced my load times? No. No, all the same. You're pretty good. I'm not, Devin. But if you want to do some daily matches on chess.com, feel free to add me. I'm Tomato Anus on there. So if you add me on chess.com and challenge me to a daily match, I will gladly play you. What's up with chess becoming popular all of a sudden? I'm assuming you mean on Twitch. Handful of things. One of the big things is a chess grandmaster named Hikaru Nakamura. He streams on Twitch. He's kind of blown up on Twitch because he has a good personality for streaming. And he's not like a stuck-up chess guy. He's actually a really good stream personality. And then a bunch of like really big streamers were getting into chess because of that. And then there was a big chess tournament between a bunch of big streamers. Yeah, no problem. That was a bit weird. Yeah, Nakamura was number 2 in the world. I don't believe it was for very long, but he was, I believe, in like 2015 or 16? Yeah, if you guys thought chess was good, just wait till chess 2 drops, baby. Alright, that was a bit sloppy, but it was better than the alternative.
Pas si vite. Oh, faites pas comme ça. Voilà.
Une combinaison d'après.
J'ai tout ce qu'il faut pour la
Mhm. Voyons ce que vous avez.
un animé.
Excusez-moi.
Oh, un nouveau visage.
D'accord, je vais jeter un coup d'œil.
Tous les objets sont garantis.
L'autorité de fait, j'ai pas dit.
You joke, Musket, but I do think that there's a large amount of people who are hoping the next Elder Scroll game is Skyrim 2.
pas, nous, avec les pillards. On n'est pas du genre possible, hein.
Vous avez un peu trop de barda? Que vous achetez...
J'ai quelques minutes pour jeter un œil.
Tout est vendu.
Everyone take a sip of water. Alright. I really hope for a good cone clip here. This feels weird. Maybe it felt weird because it was perfect. I never get perfect cone clips.
Le journal nous organise.
Yeah, my heart rate peaked at like 158 during the 3601. How did I get good at Fallout 3 and we're just having a rough time with... You're just having a rough time getting a good any percent time. Honestly, Fallout 3... to me, Fallout 3 was definitely the one that took the longest to get a good time with out of any of the Fallout games. I think as a run, it's like the easiest one, but because of that, it's a very optimized run, like among all the other runners and stuff. But the key thing, honestly, just like practice the Gek grab, just turn on God mode, practice the Gek grab, and then just keep doing runs and do no reset runs. That's the big thing. Just do no reset runs. That was a good split. What am I doing now? Exclamation point stack. Uh-oh, the frag mine exploded. Did you guys hear that? Alright, they aren't aggro. Stacking was found at the start of last August. End of last July, start of last August. Most difficult glitch or strategy I've had to learn for a run? We're talking about just Fallout 4. Probably COC 2. Overall, it's either Speed Cripple or COC 2. The rough thing about COC 2 is it's almost 9 minutes into the run. I guess it's 8 minutes into the run, you know? Speed Cripple's 3 minutes into the run. The stacking's really good so far. That was really interesting though. That... Yikes. Yo, 369. Booyaka booyaka. Oh, well, that worked somehow. Although I guess it's 619. Booyaka booyaka 619. Yeah, that was a Mirelurk surfacing behind us. was a bit sloppy. That was interesting. I feel like we're gonna lose like 2 seconds this split. Oh shit. Wait, what? Okay. Definitely gonna be in the negative. Oh, this is Rip Run, boys. We're not fast. Yeah, Rip Run. For some reason, when I exited Diamond City, I'll show you guys what happened. I'll show you. So, when I exit Diamond City here, I could, no, it would have thrown it off Musket because of the punch warp. The punch warp wouldn't have worked as soon as I loaded inside of Diamond City. So right here, right when I exit Diamond City, what I'm supposed to do, make a quick save, then a hard save, then fast travel to Vault 111. And if you watch the top, can I change the playback speed? Like, the autosave was made. I pressed quick save, but it didn't register. And then the thing for autosave popped up in the top left corner, which is where the quick save icon is. And I thought that it said quick save, so I didn't know that the quick save was made, or that the quick save wasn't made. And you may be thinking like, oh, well, that's no big deal because you just exited. Like, after you loaded back to Diamond City, you just exited, it should be fine. But the thing is, though, is that the game's internal storage, or the game's memory, gets kind of fucked up. And the memory needs to be in a certain state for this punch warp to the Museum of Freedom roofs to work. So the memory wasn't set up correctly, so we punch warped right back to where we set it up, at the trees. Like, see, we just loaded in at the trees, where it's supposed to do some weird shit across the map. Additionally, the quick save I loaded was from before the final stack. So we were only running with 9 stacks instead of our 10 stacks. So that's how we lost the run. Wang Jangler, do you have any final words? I want it to be the very best. SMH. I'm sorry. It's not enough, dude. Reform! Yo, Chebby. There you go, dude. All right. Well, with that run being over, we're gonna end the stream, boys. Passing it on over to the wheel of hosting. I don't have much time left to do runs. I'm going to bed soon. So I'll see you on Thursday. Hope you have an above average day. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your favorite host of the Wheel of Hosting, Tom Noose. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wheel of Hosting. I'm your host, Tom Noose. How are you all doing? Great to see ya. How is everybody on this fine Tuesday afternoon? Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Wheel of Hosting, your favorite game show on Twitch. What is the Wheel of Hosting? Big wheel, bunch of numbers. Whatever number it lands on, that's the type of stream we're going to raid. So, without further ado, let's spin the wheel. What number is everybody hoping for? I did get your letter, Toasty. Thank you very much for including your armpit hair in it. I love it. What number are you guys all hoping for? I'm personally hoping for, let's see. I'm hoping for a speedrunner, but I always hope for the speedrunner. So how about, instead, we hope for, what are we pulling for, everybody? I see 10s, ASMR stream. I'm hoping for a Fallout stream. It's been a while since we've done a Fallout stream. Fallout streams are always good. Fallout streams are always good. Let's see. Now, where's the, I'll find out later. So, 8, Tom's Choice. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Tom's Choice, that's me. All right, so, the important thing is the raid message, okay? Our raid message is the anus has chosen you. So, get the anus has chosen you typed into chat and get it ready to send. Okay? Get it typed, copied, and ready to send. Who should we raid? Who should we raid? Oh, we can raid, we can raid. Yeah. Let's raid Allie. Doing some Half-Life 2 speedrun practice. That sounds cool. Let's do that. Everybody, please get the anus has chosen you ready. Here we go. This person, I'm familiar with their speedruns. I've watched them a bit on Twitch before. Very chill stream. Very good Half-Life speedrunner. So here we go. But peace out, everybody. Tomato said that he'd be streaming again soon. So I think Thursday. So I guess I'll see you guys on Thursday. As Tomato always says, hope you have an above average day. Peace.